Hello friends, greetings to everyone. I'm happy to be on the call today, and I hope everyone is fine and doing great. It's been always a joy to be part of this great family. And so today I'm going just to share my story that I have entitled My Journey with 5 and 2. Yeah, so what I want to say is that one day I got connected through a friend who told me about 5 and 2, about what they are doing. And I hope that's the same case with some of you. In one way or the other, you've heard about this great family. And so when I joined, I was happy. I sincerely want to say that I was really happy. I got a good family, good friends, we got connected, and there were some courses going on. And I thank God that I managed to do the courses that were just going on. And when I was learning them, my mind was full. My heart was happy. I couldn't wait to start something that I was learning. And I always say the first change comes with individuals. So in myself, in my heart, I reached home. I was talking with my family and telling them what I got, what I understood. And I loved the way that CCD is not something, is not like an approach that encourages the spirit of dependency. Actually, it's just an approach that encourages you to find out the good things that God has given you, has put around you. And so, as you all know, the greatest temptation was just to see Burundi, where I am coming from, and just say, okay, I'm gonna just begin and teach people and do things, it could have been a good idea, but let me just say this: however strong you are, however gifted, talented you are, you cannot do great things alone. So what I did was to gather my team, the people who are just around me, that I love them so much, that I work them so much. So I came and explained to my team, first of all, hey guys, these are good thoughts, good ideas that I'm learning, and I know it's doing a great thing into my life. So what happened? I shared with them. I shared with my team. As you can see them, they were just happy and even ready just to learn. So what happens next? So we wanted to see, so should we now teach Burundi, the entire nation of Burundi? Burundi is okay, small according to the map, but it's not a small country that way. So we cannot finish it. And the greatest temptation is to think the truth that you are getting, you can take it to all your communities. I tend to think it's impossible. So we had to sit down. Where can we start? What kind of communities can we really start? So what happened, we started actually doing some mapping, and then we were able to know some of the communities that we want to serve this year, in the year of 2022. So the first community that we served, and these are the steps that we've been actually using, some points that we've been using. It's always not advisable, like in our community or in my understanding, going direct to teach people. So what we did, we had to prepare the first thing that we call vision seminar. This vision seminar is a vision casting moment whereby we call people. We select people that we think they are of great importance, they have the influence in that community, they know the life of the community. So we gathered them. They were around 40, I mean, when we started the first community. So we gathered those guys and we did the vision casting. What did we do in the vision casting? That was casting the vision that we want to see this community rising to another level. We want to see this community using the resources that God has given them. Why? At least in Burundi, I know we have been having lots of donors, people coming in, NGOs giving people, and that has been so good. But let me say, it has created something in their mind like, oh, we always, when we need things, we have to ask, we have to wait for people to come. So it was a good approach that we needed in Burundi, that we want to understand and know how to utilize what God has given around us. So in this vision casting, we had fun, and that was really good, and people loved them, loved the ideas, and they were like, wow, that's really fantastic. So to be kind of short, this is the message we're giving them. And I would just say this message in this story, it's a man who entered in the community. And this man, when went in the community, he was hungry. He was kind of a tourist. He was kind of a visitor in the community. He was hungry. He was asking people, hey guys, can you offer me something to eat? And everyone was like, no. We are sorry, sir, you are hungry, but unfortunately we cannot offer you something because I have enough for my family. Another one said, no, I could give you, but I hardly even get enough for my family. Another one could say, oh, I am sorry, but I don't have something. I have only something that I just want to eat with my children, and that's all, you know. So he could move in the entire community. He never gotten something to eat. And all of a sudden, this man, I don't know where the idea came from, but this man went somewhere. There was a kind of a mountain, and he collected a stone, and this stone was in a form of a tomato, of an apple, you know. And so he came down with that stone. What did the man do? He came down where people were just gathering. He was like, hey guys, I want to make some stew using this stone. Do you think it's possible? And everyone was like, no, that can't be. That cannot be possible, man. I said, no, I just want to make a nice stew using this stone that I have found. You know this? Yes, we have seen where you even picked it. I said, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. But before I make a nice stew, I think I will need a bit of the onions. Can someone here share some onions? Someone said, okay, I think I have some onions at home. So somebody runs at home, brings the onions. And I said, okay, cut the onions and put them in the saucepan with the stone. And I said, I think for this stew to be great, we need some tomatoes. Can someone here bring some tomatoes? Yeah, I think I have some at home. Then runs and brings some. And so this man kept talking, asking people, I think to make this we need carrots, to make this we need this, and he could mention all the ingredients. So what happened? The people brought the things for the man to use to make the stew. At the end of the day, the question that I want you to ask yourself is, where did they find those tomatoes, onions? Remember, these are the families who said to the man, we have got nothing. We can't share. We don't have enough. We don't have things to give you. But using that kind of a stone, I mean, I'll come back to this story. That was really amazing. So I always compare CCD like this man. You know, this man helped the community to discover how rich they are, to discover what they have, to discover what they have around them, because they never thought they are of a great importance. So this is what the man did, was helping them discovering the asset, discovering what they have. So CCD in the vision casting, we always underline, it's an approach that's going to help us discovering the asset that God has given us and utilize them for the great purpose and for the glory of the living God. And so after the vision casting, so this is what comes next. There comes the trainings now, the initial trainings, whereby we go through the CCD and we teach people the principles. And I like the way it's called the principles in CCD. Very important. You know, principles never change, you know. So, I mean, so when we did now the second step, which was the training. So here is the point. In the vision casting, approached people that we know, but in the training, they approached us because we have already done the vision casting. We have already gave them some test of what we want to do and the journey we want to make. And we have underlined the CCD is not an event, but it is a journey that we want to take. It's not something that you come in the training and say, oh, wow, that was amazing, and that's the end of it. No, but it's just a journey that we want to do. So now in the training, those that have tested during the vision casting, they are the ones inviting us. And this time we go in the community with their permission. It's always amazing. They talk with their local leaders. They talk with whoever that is much important in the community. They say, we want to host this. Wow. And so the second step, we do the training, and these trainings, we focus on the foundation of CCD, and these are the principles that we will go through it, and it's been amazing, and God has been blessing us. We just had one recently, and it was amazing. We had lots of testimonies that I think I just shared somewhere else. So, and then after the training, our next step, which is the third step, is about the follow-up and coaching. You know, in Burundi, we have a saying that goes like this: giving birth, you know, is easy, but raising a child is another story. So we always say raising a child is not as easy as giving birth to a child. So in the trainings is about giving birth, but you don't know who is taking them seriously. You don't know who is going to apply the teachings. So when we come now in the follow-up and coaching, we do actually some other topics in the facilitation, how they can facilitate in the community, and some guide helping them. How do you enter in the community? I always say you need to discover a stone. It's amazing, like a stone that you can use for you to continue to teach the community. I've just remembered, by the way, a story in the Bible of Paul entering somewhere in the community wanting to share the truth that he had. He couldn't find some ways. What did he do? He just saw somewhere it is written, unknown God. Oh, wow. And I said, hey guys, hi, when I was moving here, I found somewhere written, so it's kind of a stone, unknown God. So I have come to share, to tell you that unknown God. So in the coaching now, we help them understand, how do you go in the community? How do you take what you've been learning and applying them? So it's another story that I cannot just finish right now, but we help them understand. We have some tools, some skills. I always call it that skills, the part 2, the coaching and the follow-up. And in this case, we help them implement, we escort them. We don't just teach, we call them almost once in a week. We visit them once in a month. We want to make sure it's a journey. We want to journey with them till they become what God has intended them to become. And now the next step after follow-up and coaching, we do what we call empowerment and multiplication. So what does empowerment stand for? Now we take the guys who are doing something, we empower them to do the same that which we did to them. We empower them with some tools. You know what? When we are doing CCD, you will know that the community needs much more than what you are offering. Sometimes they need some knowledge in terms of making toilets in the community. Sometimes they need some knowledge in terms of educating their children. Sometimes they need some knowledge in terms of living in harmony as a family, the husband, the wife, and the children. So they need lots of things. So when we reach that empowerment, we empower them with tools, with skills on how to attend to their communities. And then at the end of the day, we tell them they have to multiply, to go do the same. And our last point always is togetherness. Togetherness means it's when they gather together to do some things in the community as projects, as plans, as activities, that togetherness, that wellness in working. And that's how we have been doing CCD in our community. So let me kind of wind up by just saying this. When we tell people that they want to come to the trainings, we do tell them, hey, please, we need people who are fat. When I mean fat, it's not like as fat as whoever here, but I mean fat, F-A-T. People who are faithful, who are ready to come and learn. And that's F. And that A represent available. You know, in our context, I don't know about others, we have people who love things, who wish to enjoy, who wish to participate in this, but really who are not available. But they are good people. So we always say, don't bring just good people. Bring even those who are available, those that you can work together, those that know it's not an event, it's a journey that we'll be dealing together. And that T represents teachable. You know, there are people who are not teachable. So we bring people who are teachable, who that we can teach and they can go and do the same. And that's multiplication. So to be short, that's my journey with 5 and 2. And that's where we have reached in terms of trainings. That's what we do. So I want to encourage everyone, you are in the right place. You are in the right family, guys. Sometimes I come here, attend these meetings when I don't have the answer of this. And when I'm hearing someone sharing, I say, oh, wow, I think I need to use this skill. I need to use this example. I need to use this experience. So here we bless one another. That's why when we go into the small groups, we have to share. We have to give out ideas. We have to know, we have to understand one another and to build a family. So I want to say thank you to have taken these few minutes, or maybe it has even gone much, but listening to this. May the Lord God bless you, and I hope we enjoy this global gathering. God bless you all.